Don't miss that. Very important horse. Can't express to you how incredible that is.
This is a multi-species exhibit we did not expect to see. Hello and welcome to Adam and Craig Do Stuff, where today we are doing Beekse Bergen.
We've driven barely a few metres past the entrance and we've already found our first animal, our zebra. A very special animal to us because we got married wearing zebra print and it's also part of our logo, isn't it?
Part of our logo too.
And this is a place that you found for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did. When it came to animal parks in the Netherlands, we didn't really know a lot about them. But this is the first zoo that I actually found. And out of all the ones that I found, this was the first one where I showed it to him and was like, we have to go to this one.
Yeah.
Because it looks so cool. It is big, huge, and they've got some, not animals that we haven't seen before, but animals that we don't see as often, and some really cool species too.
And some really unique experiences as well. Like some of the restaurants here look amazing because they look out onto the animals as well, and just the way the park is set out is incredible. I've never seen a safari park like it. Trust us, there's some amazing stuff coming up.
And we've never been to a safari park outside of England before.
No, we haven't.
So it'd be cool to see what it's like compared to the ones that we do have.
And we are also staying here as well, so we're staying on site, so we'll have a vlog from that as well. It's honestly, it looks amazing. We're so excited for this. What I love as well is you get this little audio tour on the app. Listen.
You've just started the car safari.
So in theory, as you drive around, it will update and it will tell you what you're driving past, which is amazing, isn't it? It was really cool. I've never seen that before, and I think that's a really cool feature. Already proving very successful. We've got a really good view of the cheetah there, didn't we?
Yeah, 3 beautiful cheetahs.
Which any visitors to West Midlands Safari Park, which we go to a lot, will know that it's insanely difficult to see the cheetah there, isn't it?
Yeah, and even at Longleat sometimes it's hard to see them.
Yeah.
They've got long grass there.
They're not always an easy one to see, so I'm really impressed that we managed to get a good view of them there. That was amazing.
We did go through the painted dog before the cheetah, but typical to the painted dog, they were just sleeping.
They were a ball of fluff in the distance, as always.
Too much of them. One thing I noticed about the wild dog as well is that they was actually behind a fence, whereas I don't think the cheetah is.
Well, they've got a bit of a fence and then they've got a mound, so I don't know if they can
get over the mound.
I don't think so, because that looks like an electric fence, but it's good that the mount they've done it sort of naturally so that you can see them. Also a really good thing is that both the audio tour and all of the signs that show you what the animals are, they're all in Dutch, French and English. So if you're an international visitor, you're absolutely catered for.
And I even spotted some theming here.
Oh yeah.
A crashed airplane.
Look.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really cool. I love that. Right, I'm going to put the phone down now because I'm trying to drive. We are now driving across the bridge. You might just be able to glimpse the lake behind us. There's a huge amount of water here,
a lot of water.
which provides a good benefit, which we'll talk about later. But as you go through the drive-through safari and you drive over the lake, you are now in a section which is exclusive to the drive-through.
Yeah.
A good thing here is a lot of the animals.
Across the bridge, we have arrived in Europe.
Just pause the app. A lot of the animals that you can see on the drive-through you can also see on the walk-through, but there are a couple that are exclusive, and this one that he's losing his mind over is one of them.
Yeah, well, we've entered the European area and they've got Highland cattle. How do I turn the... It may seem weird to get excited over Highland cattle, but you never see them in a safari park. We've never seen them in a safari park anyway. And in fact, we've not really seen many Highland cattle before, have we?
I don't know if I've ever seen a
No.
Highland cattle in real life, in person with my own eyes.
They're so cool though, they're so big.
Now we are just passing something very important here, and this one's about to info dump all over you about it, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's a Przewalski's horse.
Przewalski.
Przewalski's horse. Yeah, and these are really special. They are the only true wild horse left in the world, which means they've never been domesticated and they're never going to be domesticated. They also became completely extinct in the wild. But in 2005 they became classified as, rather than extinct in the wild, to endangered.
I think it was 92. I'm sure that's what he said on the app.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I looked at Wikipedia.
Well, there you go then.
Thanks to zoos and around Europe, they was reintroduced to Mongolia.
They released 16 of them, and there's now 450, I think he said.
Yeah.
It's a really good app. I'm really impressed.
So an example of why zoo conservation is really important.
Very important horse.
Yeah. A beautiful horse as well.
Do you seek a deer? Because I believe we've found some. These are Vietnamese. So
Vietnamese cicadas, yeah.
you won't see them anywhere else, apparently.
No, but also it said that they're now extinct in Vietnam because of wars going on. And they've got lots of foals here, which is really good.
Yeah, they said they're trying to reintroduce them, and by the looks of them here, they're good breeders, so...
Yeah, they're really cute too. I don't know if you can see very well, but the lions are down there. I only see lionesses.
There's a lion as well.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I do see the males laying down.
Right, yeah.
But Beekse Bergen actually opened in 1968 as a lion-only park, as a place to see
Lions?
and they kept it as lions only until 1970 when they got cheetah and baboon.
There you go, someone's done their research, haven't they? You can see as we drive into sort of the African savannah bit, some of the lodges that are available. We're not in a lodge, we're in the hotel. So we do get an incredible view, which obviously you'll see if you watch the other vlog, but you can see the lodges here have got an amazing view of the African savannah area. Oh, there's grevies in here as well. The zebra.
Oh, yeah.
There's a different zebra to what was in the
and
other
they've
one.
got a foal, I see, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I do love a grevy zebra.
That's the road safari done now, so I'm going to go do the foot safari.
And I warn you now, the car park is tight.
Yeah,
There
it
really
is.
isn't a lot of
Yeah,
space.
no,
And
not
if
a lot
your
of space.
parking's as bad as mine, you're going to be... In fact, I mean, it's a very empty day, isn't it? So, I don't know what they'd do if it was full, because, I mean, we really struggled to find a space. So just bear that in mind.
The drive-through safari was nice, wasn't it? It
It was really nice.
It wasn't big. It took about an hour to get round.
No, because I think where it's like at home safari parks, like the sort of drive-through is usually separate to the walk-through, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the main bit of it. Whereas here, everything's kind of integrated, isn't it?
Yeah,
You can sort
so-
of drive it, you can walk it, or
Oh, they do boat as well.
You can even get a
yeah,
boat.
Yeah, so we're going to see if we can get all three done.
so it's sort of all mixed in together. So the safari isn't the sort of sole focus, and so
No.
it's not as long.
And most of the safari you can see by foot as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, almost all of it.
Yeah, almost all of it. One thing about safari though, you had to keep your windows down at all times. Where back home, usually back home you only have to keep it down if you're going through carnivores, don't you? Predators.
Yeah. But yeah, you're not allowed to. You've got to keep your windows up for the whole safari here.
But the foot safari does have quite a lot of enclosures that aren't on the drive-through. So yeah, we're going to go do the foot safari now. Yes, stuff like meerkats and all that lot, monkeys and stuff.
Leave you to do the research. When it comes to the theme park vlogs, I'll be the one that knows the names of all.
Yeah, yeah.
You can actually see here how integrated everything is because we're on the walkthrough here, and you can see the cars are going past just behind there. So you can the views are pretty much the same from everywhere, apart from that bit that we mentioned with the Highland Cow and stuff, which is drive-through only, so don't miss that. But most of it you can see from the drive-through and the walking safari. There's a bus safari as well, isn't there, actually? We didn't mention earlier.
Yeah, bus safari that you can book onto.
And the boat safari it starts off as every hour and then it's every 45 minutes, but they've got times up on the wall, so we're definitely going to go and try and get that later. There's also an amazing food experience as well that we want to try and get in whilst we're here, isn't there?
Is there?
There absolutely is, and let me tell you, it is going to be a treat.
I don't remember us having this conversation.
Tell you what, there is barely a fence in the place, is there? Like,
no.
Look how well you can see this rhino, because all there is this little sort of fencey thing here, and then obviously there's a natural barrier. But and same on the other side as well, where the oryx are. And I think there's zebra in that enclosure as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there's zebra, there's wildebeest, there's waterbuck, and there's Zubu.
There you go. I knew you'd come to my rescue then because I couldn't remember. But like, look how good the views are. Like, you can just see there's no obstruction whatsoever. The fences are set, and there is obviously there's a fence. You can see it down there, but
it's hidden so well, isn't it?
Yeah. It just feels so natural.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what we love to see, isn't it? It's always nice when a sort of safari park or a zoo doesn't feel like a zoo, doesn't it?
Yeah, when it's not barring.
Yeah, when it's not your traditional sort of animal jail sort of feel. This is really how zoos and safari parks should be. This is the gold standard.
And then we saw the lions earlier as well, and they was just behind the moat.
Actually, yeah, they were. They were really good views of the lions there. I forgot about that.
And they sat on a jeep. Yeah, a jeep in there. This is a multi-species exhibit we did not expect to see. Sharing an enclosure with meerkat is bat-eared fox. Now, I would have thought meerkats would have been their prey, but obviously not.
Well, hope not.
Yeah.
They're really, at the moment, I'm hoping we're going to get some better footage to overlay later. You can just about see them here by the fence at the moment. Yeah, I think you can just about see them. It's really difficult. But they are down there. So yeah, difficult to see at the moment. They're not roaming around with the meerkats. But that's absolutely amazing that they're sharing an enclosure. I've never seen. I mean, we've only just got. I think Chester Zoo are the first place to get bat-eared fox.
Yeah, and Chester Zoo is the first place we ever saw bat-eared fox.
Yeah.
And they're so cute.
So hopefully, I'm really hoping we've got some footage of them running around with the meerkats later on. If not, oh well.
And it's a really big enclosure for meerkats as well, isn't it?
What I love as well is, like we were talking about the fence, obviously there's a fence there, but over these rocks you can just see like the drive-through safari where the zebra and stuff is. This is amazing. We've just wandered into an African hut, and there's like a pepper stone style projection thing in here. It's not in English, but just appreciation of how amazing that is. It's really cool. And here we are. This is the little hut in the African village that you can see that it's inside. That's amazing. There's loads of little huts, look. So this is the aforementioned restaurant, Magunda. And this looks out onto the elephant. So we're going to go get some food, maybe eat outside. I'm not 100% sure it's warm enough, but I'll take cold food if I can watch elephants. So here we are. We do all the ordering on the screen. Do you want to see what's available, Littlen? So what have we got? Sandwiches? Mainly is it just sandwiches? No, you've got fruit bowls as well there. Cakes. Oh.
Warm drinks, cold drinks. Yeah, oh, and beer as well, but we're not going to do that.
Now, I'm not going to pretend the food wasn't pricey, but you are paying for a view. Look at that. Where are they gone? I can't see them on there. There they go. There's rhinos. Look.
There's loads of them.
So elephants over that side, and there's rhinos over this side. I think you can possibly see the baboons as well from here if you sit in the right place. So we've both gone for focaccia, and then we've got this cute little selection of sweet treats, haven't we? And so we're going to sit here and watch the rhinos, which I can't express to you how incredible that is. Just look. They're literally right there. What should we eat? Oh, Morhen on the scrounge. It's been eyeing you up, hasn't it?
It's been eyeing up the sandwich.
It's going after you off for capture. We can't call it a sandwich, Adam. I know Do Stuff Vlog is complete without a good look at the mug selection, is it? So, here we are. This is the mugs on offer. They've got some generic animal ones, which is very common in zoos, but they do have a fair few branded ones. They've got ones here with the different animals on. I actually say Beekse Bergen, and then we've got this beautiful
Yeah, it's lovely, that is.
Savannah style one here, which is huge, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to buy that one, don't worry. Spit in it and then let someone else buy it. But yeah, and they have got some that just say...
I just want to say Beekse Bergen.
Just to say Beekse Bergen on them. Oh, so they've got...
Oh yeah, they've got Beekse Bergen on there. Yeah.
And then some just say Beekse Bergen on them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the UK zoos, you don't often get branded stuff, do you?
Not always, no.
Often just the generic like animal stuff. So it's amazing. But they've also got some caps. Look, zebra print. I'm not going to get it all waxy because I'm not going to be buying that one.
They've also got some teaspoons as well. Some Beekse Bergen teaspoons.
Very
with what are them things called? What you put your tea bag on?
No, but tea bag, caddy disposal thingy, whatever. I don't know what they're called.
I've never seen one of them at a zoo before.
We're not posh enough for a silver spoon, are we, for Auntie?
And they've got bongos as well. We love a bongo.
Absolutely obsessed with this as well. Look at this. For a snow globe. It's got the tusks from the entrance and all the animals on. Absolutely amazing. And they've got a little...
They've got a smaller version too.
Jeep one.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Considering how clumsy I am, I'm sweating doing that, I'm not going to lie. Just got to sit down. Right, we are all checked in and settled into our Savannah room. Go and check out the Safari Hotel vlog. It should be on the channel, or it will be coming up soon if you're very early to this vlog. In the meantime, though, we're going to go check out the rest of the Safari Park because there's still like half of it to do, and the boat as well to try and get on as well. Very excited for that. And just like that, we found the hyena, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the background there somewhere.
That's something that we don't see a lot of.
No. And this is one of the first bits of glass I've seen in the entire zoo, which is so good. Obviously, I'm assuming the hyenas are too tricky and cunning for normal natural barriers, but the fact that there's hardly any glass or fencing when there doesn't need to be is absolutely amazing. It really improves the experience. Take it back, actually more praise was needed because it turns out when you get to this end, not only is there no glass, but you're a hell of a lot closer to the hyena.
Yeah, I mean, there is like a big drop over the side of here.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah, so even here there's no glass, so amazing.
They did have cubs. I think it was early summer, late spring.
Yeah, you can tell.
I think they're a little bit older now.
There'll be some closer up footage either on now or afterwards, but you can tell that one of them is like one of them probably the mum, and one of them's like an older cub, isn't it?
Yeah. Cause this one looks like a cub here. It's a bit dark.
Yeah, you can see it's not quite got the sandiness to it, has it?
A little bit smaller. So we've got a little viewing area here for the sloth bear, which is cool. But they've also got this walkway that goes across it. And they had something similar like this at Paradiser, which was shut off when we was at Paradiser. And yeah, this one's shut off today, which is a shame.
I don't know. It looks fairly permanent. They've sort of nailed another net across it, so I don't know whether it's just under maintenance, unsafe, or whether the bears have figured out how to get up there and eat children. Sadly, we can't do that today. We've only just realised actually that the sloth bear share with otters.
Yeah.
Is it Asian short claw?
I'm assuming it's an Asian short claw.
It looks like Asian short claw from here.
Because sloth bear are from Asia, so I assume they would mix.
And sloth bear is one of the bears that you don't see that often.
No, in fact, I think we've actually only seen it at Paradiser.
Oh,
yeah.
And I'll tell you now, if you're looking for zoo inspiration across Europe, then go check out our Paradiser videos, because that place, I mean, I love Beekse Bergen, don't get me wrong, but Paradise was incredible. I've never seen anything like it in my life. So as well as Magunda that we went to earlier to eat by the elephants, there is also this one which is I think called Congo, is it?
Yeah.
I can't see the sign now, I think it's called Congo. And you can look out here, there's Sitatunga out there. Did you say there's hippo in the water?
Yeah, there's hippo in the water. Can't see him, they're probably under the water.
Can't see any.
And there's apparently marabou stock in this enclosure as well.
Now, this is only one day, so don't take this as like paramount advice, but this one is today a lot busier. It's also got a playground next to it, so it's quite loud out here. Personally, personally, I'm walking guide wires everywhere. And I haven't seen the food selection. Personally, I would favour the restaurant we went to earlier over this one. By Magunda as well, there is also I think it was ice cream. I think there was fruit there as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So you can get that. I probably can't sit in the restaurant with them, but you can sit outside if it's a nice day and you can still see the elephants there. So loads of options, and it's a really amazing to be able to sit and eat and just watch the animals. We're not actually sure what is in this direction, but it does say that it's a free roaming animal area, so very excited, aren't you?
Yeah, because we actually haven't came over any free roaming animal areas yet, have
No,
we?
we haven't. I think we've got a fair few tomorrow, haven't we?
Yes, I think we have, yeah.
There's a very exciting vlog coming up tomorrow as well, isn't there? There's lots of exciting vlogs coming up, but especially if you're an animal fan, there is another one we're filming tomorrow, which you'll enjoy. I think we're in a lemur area. Because that sounds like arguing lemurs to me.
It does.
I mean, it's coming from up there somewhere, but I can't actually see any. Can you?
No, I can't, but there's like ropes and everything in the tree. And they've got a cute little rope bridge here over the water, look.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool.
They have.
Yeah.
Oh, and they've actually got a whole route, actually, that goes across there and across the next bit of water as well. Found some lemurs. That's truly got to be the most chill tiger I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That is how I want to be laid at the end of today. I'm not going to lie, fitting everything in is a little bit of a push, isn't it? But we've just about managed to make the final boat safari. So we're going to take this, it's only one way, so you go basically from one end of the park to the other, don't you? And we are currently basically near the entrance at the bottom of the park, and we're going to take it up to the other end of the park and see if it's any good. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's definitely worth trying to get all three modes in, isn't it? Walking, driving and boat, because that was brilliant. That was really nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at this lake. Sorry, to hit you in the head. It's absolutely stunning. The whole place is absolutely amazing. Look how big that lake is.
And the animals just come to the lake and drink from the water. Yeah, it's so cool.
It's some really good views. Obviously, it's potluck. You don't know what's going on.
You don't.
And massive props to the tour guide there, Martin.
Martin, yeah.
Oh, he knows his name.
I saw his badge. I mean, I don't know the pronunciation here because it was Martin, but with a J N.
Because he sort of went through everyone, asked what languages everyone spoke. Obviously, a lot of people on there were Dutch, so they speak English anyway. And so, because everyone could understand English, he just did the whole thing in English, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Yeah.
So we understood everything, which is absolutely amazing. You can't beat that level of service, can you? You really can't.
No, and he pointed out to us a 2-day-old eland that was born only 2 days ago. Yeah.
And there has actually been a banteng born today.
He tried pointing that out to us, but it was like in between its parents.
I mean, I filmed as we went past, and until we review the footage, I don't know whether it was in there amongst the herd because I was on full zoom trying to see if there was anything. So I don't know. There was definitely a young one, but whether we can see the newborn. Apparently, the people on the bus tour actually saw it being born, which is mad.
Yeah.
They've got an insane number of animals here, haven't they?
Yeah, and also on the boat you see so much native wildlife as well. We saw storks and lots of geese, and we saw Kingfisher.
This one lost its mind.
I did. I love a kingfisher. In my whole life, I've only ever seen 3 kingfisher. And on that boat tour, we saw kingfisher 3 times.
We did.
Yeah.
No, that was amazing. That was amazing to see. So yeah, they've got wild kingfisher. They've got an insane, what do you say, 62 stork nests here?
Yeah, 62 stork nests, white stork.
But yeah, they're just, the numbers of animals they've got here is absolutely mad, especially when you consider like there's some of the animals you can only see on the safari resorts, so like the amount of like giraffe and rhino and stuff that they've got. There's just so many of them. So we're settling down in our savannah room, and I cannot recommend enough that you go and watch that video because it's amazing. It's in the resort here.
Yeah.
But overall, Beekse Bergen, have you had an amazing time?
I've really had a good time. Yeah, it's such a brilliant safari park. So huge, got so much here to see, and compared to other safari parks.
And 3 different ways to see it.
Yes, and we managed to fit in all 3.
It was a fantastic day. It's an absolutely amazing safari park. I do think 2 days is probably a good bet for you if you're not doing too much else.
Yeah.
We couldn't fit 2 days in because we're trying to go to Burgers tomorrow, which is another zoo in the Netherlands, which is absolutely phenomenal. And we just didn't have the time to do 2 days here, did we?
No.
Overall.
Yeah.
But it's probably worth your time if you have got 2 days, just to make sure you really get around it and really fit it in. Especially if you're not like 100-mile-an-hour walkers like we are. It's a big park. It's a big park. And of course, if you are looking for international zoo inspiration, there is more on the channel that you can check out. For now, though, thank you so much for watching. Drop us a like, smash that new hype button if you're here early, and we will see you next time we do stuff.